Deep in the woods of Tennessee at the Trials Training Center, 16 pro enduro riders will face off head-to-head bracket style on a very technical straight rhythm course. Each battle is side by side against one of the top riders in the world, but 15 will get eliminated with one champion left standing. Who will it be?
Got it tacked up, and if you get too close, you're getting cracked up. Stone cold when I roll, coming out of the hole. Get back, cause I'm out of control.
We're excited. We're going to watch the absolute best in the world duke it out here today at the Red Bull TKO Straight Rhythm presented by General Tire. Kent Stout and Rob Clever here to call the action for you. We're at the Trials Training Center in Sequatchie, Tennessee. And with more of today's action, let's get it down to the third member of our team, Kristen Banks.
This is a little different than the straight rhythm you guys are thinking start to finish. We've got 16 riders, and we're going to end up with one winner. These guys are going to line up by two on the starting gate, and they have to tackle this course 3 times before they get to move on. And honestly, I think turning around is going to be an obstacle in itself. I hope you guys are excited because you're about to see these guys battle it out on a very challenging, hard enduro straight rhythm style course.
Thanks a lot, Kristen. This is really a great event here. It combines desert racing, trials, hard enduros, motocross, a little bit of everything, and certainly this straight rhythm course will test the absolute best of the best.
16 riders compete head-to-head racing. There'll be 4 rounds of straight rhythm racing. The riders will advance only by winning 2 out of the 3 runs. A little bit of money up for grabs, but the prestige is well worth it.
You can take a look at the 16 competitors lined up on the ladder. Of course, they'll make it to the quarterfinals and then the semifinals, and then the final 2 will duke it out to find out who's going to be the champion. First pair will feature the number 513 of Ryder LeBlanc, Quinn Wenzel right alongside. Ryder LeBlanc on board the Husqvarna, picked up in 2023, I should say. Side by side they go up the first obstacle, and it's on.
Yeah, not a lot of time to mess around in this straight rhythm. You have to go up here, get through the obstacles, and then guess what? Make a 180 and go right back through. Again, the best 2 of 3 will move on.
Yeah, LeBlanc with a good job there in the 180 part. Wenzel stumbled just a little bit. Every second counts, as you might imagine.
So the 2-time AMA Hard Enduro runner-up, Ryder LeBlanc, moves on.
All right, Colton, straight rhythm, I'm usually used to a start and a finish, but you guys are turning it around. Is that going to make it a little more challenging than a normal straight rhythm?
That part of it is interesting because you're riding the course one direction, spinning a 180, coming back the opposite way. It's cool. The fans get to see the whole thing, obviously from start to finish. It's just good entertainment, good hype, good vibes. Try to keep the energy high.
Now, you're going to keep the energy high, but you also have to have some kind of other strategies going into the race. What are they?
Winning. Winning is all I do.
Winning's all you do? Do you have to have a fast start? Like, are you just sending it the whole time?
Yeah, there's different rhythms that you have out there. So some of the obstacles, you'll see the spacing of them is slightly different than the next. So you could double from one obstacle to the next, maybe even triple or carry the front wheel. So it's just different types of rhythms you can kind of get out there, and hitting those rhythms is not always 100%, right? We're riding dirt bikes. There's unpredictable course changes, dirt moves. There's a lot of different things that can happen. So trying to eliminate as many of those variables as possible and hit your marks is the name of the game.
2 of the absolute best going at it here. Colton Haker, of course, a 5-time AMA Enduro Cross champ, and he will line up alongside Johnny Walker, the former KTM rider starting in his own beta team, 2022 AMA Enduro Cross champion as well.
Whole shot goes to Walker on the right side. And you could see him getting through those obstacles pretty quick, but guess what? Haker is reeling him in.
Haker did catch him right at the end and made a little quicker turn, but then stumbled on the very first obstacle, and it looks like Walker's going to take this one handedly.
Yeah, Johnny Walker doing a great job. Former winner of the Erzberg Rodeo, moving on to the next round.
Cody Webb, we're here for straight rhythm. What's the key to going fast on a track like this?
It's tough. I think we're going to actually run a little bit stiffer suspension setup because, in the woods, we're kind of trying to tiptoe across all the rocks. Here, we're slamming into logs like full speed ahead. So stiffer suspension, and just you have to be really aggressive. It's an all-out sprint. turn around, get going back as fast as you can. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe a couple tricks up our sleeve, a little bit different rhythm. And yeah, I walked it. It seemed good in my head, but when I get on the bike, it might be a little different.
Now, you just mentioned turning around. I'm used to a straight rhythm start to finish, not turning around and going back to the start. What is going to be your strategy for that turnaround?
I think everyone's going to be turning left. I don't know why. It's always easier to turn left. You got a little more control of the rear brake that way, but I'm just going to drive into that corner, plant my inside foot down, and just give it a quick tail whip around and spin the rear end and get going back the other way.
He is absolutely one of the best as well, an icon here. A 6-time consecutive TKO champ is Cody Webb out of Watsonville, California, lined up alongside Matthew Green out of South Africa.
Green on the KTM.
Yeah, worth mentioning Cody Webb on the Sherco, by the way. He gets it flipped around there pretty quickly. Cody Webb way out front in this one. And look at him pulling off the doubles.
Yeah, a little trick for the fans there. And another one. So Cody Webb wins 2 out of 3, so he will move on to round number 2 as we move on. Again, round number 1, Pat Smadge in the 515, the 127, Jordan Ashburn.
Yeah, I love this one here. By the way, Jordan Ashburn, after 10 years of competition, finally won the 2022 GNCC Championship, so congratulations to him on that. Side by side they go here.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
battle.
Oh.
Nice stoppie and rotated the back tire around and gets a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, Smadge and the Sherco with the advantage at the end. It looks like he is going to cross the stripe first, so Pat Smadge winning 2 out of 3 moves on to round 2. That was a heck of a show.
Off to a great start, bringing you highlights of round number 1. We have 3 more pairs to go when we come back. Stay with us. Lucas Oil on the Edge is brought to you by Lucas Oil Products. Keep that engine alive. And by General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. Welcome back to the TKO Straight Rhythm presented by General Tire. We're having a great time watching the best go at it.
All right, you're getting ready for the straight rhythm race. It's not the first time that you've done it, but it's a little different than the hard enduro. What does training or prepping for this race look like?
Well, for the straight rhythm, it's only like 20 to 40 seconds long at the max, so it's just really short. Your heart rate's just absolute to the max, and everyone's on edge, so the chances of crashing are really high because there's only a super short race, so there's not a lot of time to make up time on anyone.
Now, you said everyone's on edge. Do you go in with a game plan knowing that it could be changed up?
I think you go in with a game plan, but then once the gate drops, you just throw that all out the window and go as fast as you can and hope for the best.
All right, we're still in round number 1 here, bringing you some highlights. Tristan Hart and Gage Logan Key. Hart out of Canada, Key out of the U.S. aboard the gas bike. Hart on the KTM, the defending champion of the straight rhythm competition from 1 year ago.
On board with Hart on the right of your screen, known as the Robot. You'll see why, man. This guy rarely makes mistakes. Very consistent when he hits the race course, but like he said, you just never know what's going to happen here on Straight Rhythm.
Well, he doubled every one of those obstacles except for the last one there and finally singled it out, but a nice size lead here for Tristan Hart. And he will get his second win here out of the 3 against Gage Logan Key. Billy Bolt and James Flynn coming up here, and speaking of former winners, Billy Bolt won this competition in 2021.
Bolt on the Husqvarna, gas for James Flynn. Here we go, Great Britain versus the American of Flynn. It's very interesting to see how they attack this thing, and then they make that 180 and have to attack it back, going the other way. Oh!
By the way, Billy Bolt, a 3-time Super Enduro champ.
Hold on.
Extremely good at what he does, and he'll win his second out of 3 against James Flynn.
All right, Billy, getting ready for straight rhythm. What does your training look like on a course like that?
Training's pretty varied. We race that many different kinds of things. It's not really too specific, but I race a lot of super enduro in the winter time, and it's probably my favorite kind of riding. So I'm always up for a straight rhythm super enduro race whenever there's on.
Now, it's definitely not going to be easy out there. The course looks really challenging, but not only is it a start to finish, you guys have to turn around too. Going backwards, does it make the course even more challenging?
I don't think going backwards is similar, but the actual turn itself is probably the hardest part for me, and that's the hardest part to do it fast anyway. and I would say probably the most important part of the race.
Our next two competitors, one out of Great Britain, that is David Knight on the KTM, and then Manny Lettenbichler out of Germany. Both of them Erzberg Rodeo winners.
And this thing is tight from the start. Who's going to make that turn? Very crucial right there. A couple of hiccups.
Yeah, you can see when they single those things out, they really lose a lot of time if their competitor can double. That's exactly what Manny Lettenbichler does. He doubles a handful of those things going down the first time for sure. Got himself a nice advantage. Up next will be Alfredo Gomez and Will Reardon. Will Reardon out of Australia. Once again on board the KTM, side by side they go.
Gomez, Junior Trials World Champ back in 2011, and this is a race here. We haven't seen one this tight. Oh, and now a hiccup.
Oh, and he eats it. Wow.
Gomez goes down.
These guys make it look easy, right? I mean, we haven't seen anybody stumble like that just yet. It just goes to show you how difficult it is to get over these obstacles given the talent, and Gomez had a nice lead right there and unfortunately squashed it all.
Man, here's another look at it one more time. Right there, man.
Just tagged it with a back tire, yeah, and it broke his momentum and then stuffed the front tire and he ate it. Not a game for the meek. Round one is complete at the Red Bull TKO Straight Rhythm Competition. You can see the people that have advanced into the quarterfinals. We're about to bring you that action now as well. Once again, the best 2 out of 3 to advance into the semifinals. We'll kick it off with the pairing of Ryder LeBlond and Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker aboard the Beta, once again out of Great Britain, and LeBlond on the Husky. Wow, big speed out of both of them right out of the gate.
Couple doubles. Who's going to make the turn?
Ryder LeBlond trying to catch up, and he gets a good turn out of it. Side by side, they're even again. But it looks like Walker's going to take a sizable advantage here coming back.
So the Brit, Johnny Walker, the 2022 AMA Enduro Cross champ, wins the first race. LeBlond, if he wants a chance to move on, will have to get it done right here.
Once again, Johnny Walker in the left lane, or far lane, if you will, the number 22 red and white Beta bike. Got the first win, and again, how about LeBlond? LeBlond right there with him. See if he can get a good run on the way back. LeBlond again, side by side, bar to bar, as they say. LeBlond with a small lead, and it looks like Walker's going to snag it right at the very end.
Tremendous run right there by Johnny Walker. Let's hear from him.
Johnny Walker, moving on to the semifinals. Tell me, what is your strategy when it comes to that turn? Because it's almost like you guys are in the rhythm. Y'all go pretty much the same speed, but that turn is so crucial.
It is. It's all about the turn, and it's hard to know what's faster, whether to stay tight or hit the outside and come back off it. But just trying to make a good rhythm, and that was really close in them 2 races. But yeah, super happy to get in front and take the win there.
Exactly what we would expect. Our next pair here, Cody Webb in the near lane, the number 2 bike, lined up alongside Billy Bolt. Webb out of Watsonville, California on the Shearco. Bolt out of Great Britain on the Husqvarna 2021 TKO champ.
Yeah, and of course, Webb, the 6-time TKO champ in all consecutive years. It's all about the turn. Does he have a shot to catch back up?
Oh, and Bolt with a small mistake right there. Lost a little momentum, but still brings the heat and somehow gets past him.
Fans going crazy. What a battle. We'll try it one more time.
Now it looks like they've changed lanes, so Billy Bolt in the near lane, the number 57, the blue bike.
Yeah, got the hole shot, but not much of a hole shot. Remember, it's all about this turn right here. Who can get through it the cleanest?
Cody Webb just stuffed the front end a little bit, trying to get that thing rotated back around 180 degrees. And that's all Billy Bolt's going to need.
Yeah, he's going to the semifinals. He gets it done, wins the first 2 as he moves on.
Billy Bolt moving in. What are you going to take into the semifinals round?
I'll hopefully try and be a bit smoother. That one I made a mistake both runs, but I think Cody also made a few, so a little bit scrappy. Try and tidy it up and keep winning.
Our next pair will feature Pat Smadge here in the near lane, the number 515 bike out of the U.S. aboard the Shearco, and then Tristan Hart from Canada on the KTM.
Smadge out of Wisconsin, just wrapping up his 14th U.S. Trials Championship. Nice drone shot. As you can see, this dirt really starting to change. They haven't had a lot of rain here this week, so pretty dry, and this track will change every run they do. And again, a little hiccup there on the turn.
Tristan Hart making it look easy right there when he made that rotation to head back in the other direction. 2022 USAG champ, 2021 AMA Extreme champ. Tristan Hart knows how to get it done. They'll swap lanes here. Tristan Hart in the near lane now, the number 1 on the back of the jersey in red.
Yeah, another good start there for Hart. Again, the guy that doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. But here comes the hard part right. Wow, perfect turn for Tristan Hart.
Yeah, a lot of time saved right there, or made up, however you'd like to look at it. Either way it goes, it gives him a nice lead, and he's going to make this one look easy. Wins 2 out of 3, and he will move into the semifinals.
Trying to win his second straight in straight rhythm as we'll move to Will Reardon and Manny Lettenbichler. Round number 2 for these two. The 304 is Manny.
Reardon, the 2021 Enduro Cross Junior champ. Out here cutting his teeth with some of the big dogs now. Nice turnaround there for the number 304 of Manny Lettenbichler.
Yeah, and Reardon at 39 trying to reel him back in.
He was coming after him, man. He aired it out. Talk about sending it. He went for it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but he was trying to close the gap, and right here took the lead for a brief moment.
Yeah, the fans up on their feet, man, watching Reardon go after it. Here we go. Second race as Reardon trying to get back to victory lane.
Reardon, number 39, he loses the bike again. Reardon in the left lane there, and man, he really ate it that time. Undeterred by the first crash, and man, he sends it again.
Well, he knew he had to make a big run at it. The former Endurocross Junior champ out of Australia takes a hard lick. You can see Lettenbichler there stopping to make sure he's okay. Wow, here's another look at it one more time. Boom!
Completely off the bike, really hard landing there. Rattled just a little bit, but these guys are incredibly tough, and yeah, whatever that was, he decided the best thing to do was to let go of the handlebars and went for a ride.
Yeah, the camera went for a ride too. You can see it fly up in the air. There it is.
So a big moment there, unfortunately, for Will Reardon out of Australia, and everybody gives him a nice round of applause as he gets back up and starts to shake it off. Lucas Oil on the Edge is brought to you by General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. And by Lucas Oil Products. Keep that engine alive. The fans are having a great time here in Sequatchie, Tennessee. It is a hot day, by the way, but we're having a great time watching some of the best in the world duking out here on the Red Bull TKO Straight Rhythm competition. We're down to the semifinals. Johnny Walker and Billy Bolt.
Walker on the Beta, Husqvarna for Billy Bolt, side by side as we approach the halfway point in this first round.
Johnny Walker in the near lane here, number 22. Both of them get it turned around. Pretty close battle right here. Small advantage for Bolt.
Yeah, Bolt doing a great job there in the 57. He can cruise on to win right here. Just one more obstacle for the 3-time Super Enduro World Champion. Round 1 to the 57. Round number 2, he wins here. He's going to the finals.
57 on the right-hand side. Yeah, trying to get his second win. He's got a little bit of work to do, but he's been doing a great job so far. He's going to get some competition here. Here comes Johnny Walker. Oh, and Walker stumbles just a little bit on the turnaround.
Yeah, they both stumble a little bit there on the turnaround, but it's going to be Bolt going to victory lane, and he will move on to the finals. 2 out of 3 for Billy Bolt in the number 57.
Of course, the question is, who will he race? Which one of these competitors is going to feature Tristan Hart and Manny Lettenbichler?
A pair of KTMs side by side, whole shot to both of them, if you will, and here we go.
Yeah, teammates in the KTM effort here, and you can see why. They're both extremely talented and very close. Tristan Hart with the number 1 jersey on the right-hand side, and Manny Lettenbichler gets a lead here on him.
Wow.
In this first effort, they'll get to do it again. We'll see if Tristan Hart can make him earn it and go for it a third round. Tristan Hart in the right lane now.
And Hart, a little bit of a hole shot there in this second round.
Yeah, he did. Oh, and he lost it right there.
Big move for Lettenbichler. Can he make the turn? Again, the most crucial part right there. Great turn for Manny.
Tristan Hart double Another double there. He gets a little lead. Tristan Hart comes back. And here comes Manny Lettenbichler, who he hits that last obstacle. I don't think he ever checked up and just sneaks back by him. What an exciting battle. Good stuff between the two KTM riders.
Manny Lettenbichler, you made it to the finals. What's it going to take for you to walk away with that win?
A lot of luck. And maybe a crash of Billy. That would be good. Nah, it's going to be difficult. He's such a good rider in this kind of riding, so I will just try my best, give the people a good show, and yeah, hopefully you can enjoy the rest of the evening.
Good stuff. So we've made our way down to the final, starting off with 16 riders. Who's going to stand on top of the box at the end? It's going to be Great Britain against Germany. Bolt from Great Britain, Manny Lettenbichler from Germany. The number 304 is Manny Lettenbichler here in the near lane. Here comes Bolt once again. Side by side they go.
Yeah, Bolt got a bit of a hole shot over Lettenbichler. Who's going to make the good turn? Bolt with a little bit better turn. Lettenbichler's got to pick it up here as they approach the stripe.
Both of them really go for it. Manny Lettenbichler barely hangs on over that last obstacle, and it's going to be the first hit going to Billy Bolt.
Yeah, another look at it right here. You can see Billy Bolt very smooth on that turn. So crucial to get through that turn perfectly.
Red Bull sponsored KTM in the far lane. The number 304, that's Manny Lettenbichler. They've swapped lanes now. Billy Bolt gets a little hole shot here.
Yeah, Bolt side by side again. Here we go, the 180. Who's going to hit it? Lettenbichler goes down.
That's all Billy Bolt needed right there to finish this one up. Looks back to size up the competition, and he's going to win his second Red Bull TKO Straight Rhythm competition.
Man, just a little hiccup by Manny over there, making the turn, lays the bike down. It's just enough for Billy Bolt to get the win here in Straight Rhythm. Here's another look at it.
Doesn't take much, but yeah, he stumbles on that turn, and it cost him everything.
Billy Bolt, the Red Bull Straight Rhythm winner. Now, you guys put on a show for us out there. How'd you feel after that win?
Yeah, it's good. You know, Straight Rhythm's always a show. I think you can just about guarantee the racing's going to be tight and it's going to be chaotic. But no, it was good. I feel like I got better actually each round. I'm pretty happy with my performance in the semis and the main. So no, it's nice to come out and win. This is kind of my strong point. So there's a lot of pressure on me to do well here. So it's always good to tick it off and get a prologue win.
He made it look easy and he walked away with the win. Billy Bolt.
We knew it was going to be a lot of fun. It doesn't get any better than this. One-on-one, side-by-side, throwing down. Hope you had a great time. Remember, you're not living unless you're on the edge.